Despite some late game heroics that made it seem like the Chicago Bulls have hope, they lose by double digits at home to the Indiana Pacers. We're going to talk about it, break it all down, and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host, Haize, and more importantly, you guys follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this loss, man. Unfortunately, Chicago Bulls came up short against the Indiana Pacers, losing 120 to 104 at home on their home court. Now, we did have some big performances down the stretch of this game. Patrick Williams led the Bulls in scoring today with 22 points, going 9 of 14 shooting, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals from Patrick Williams in this game. DeMar DeRozan was behind him there with 21 points, going 7 of 19 with 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. Then you got Andre Drummond, 21 minutes in this game, 16 rebounds, 7 points, 4 personal fouls, 1 steal. Kobe White with 16, going 5 of 19 shooting. He did make 2 3-pointers in this game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Alex Caruso rounding out that starting lineup with 15 points, going 6 of 11 from the field with 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And then Ayo Dosunmu leading the way off the bench with 15 points. Got really good minutes from Dalen Terry as well in 17 minutes in this game. Terry Taylor played 14 minutes, but one thing that was evident, the Bulls just did not have enough size in a game like this, and it did come back to bite them in their ass. It's not the only reason why they lost, but it definitely did not help put the Bulls in a proper situation at all. And despite a fourth quarter run where the Bulls went on like a 16-1 run to get themselves back in this game, they just did not have enough. The Indiana Pacers came marching right back. Tyrese Halliburton hitting big shots. Miles Turner led them in scoring with 24 points. Tyrese had 21 points as well with 6. He went 6 of 13 from the 3-point line in this game. And when you look at the nitty-gritty stats, as I've been calling them, right? We matched on rebounding, 47 rebounds from both teams. The Bulls did have more offensive rebounds with 13 in that. Also, second chance points. Despite us having more offensive rebounds, we actually had 1 less second chance point than them. But the Indiana Pacers had 31 fast break points in this game, and they hit 19 3-pointers. We only hit 7. Again, the Bulls losing to simple math in a lot of ways, unfortunately, in this game. We won the turnover battle, but they had more points off turnovers than us. It was crazy, right? This was a game where the Bulls did some things to get him back in this game, but even then, the Bulls only held a lead for 6 minutes overall in this game, while the Pacers had a lead for 37 minutes, a little over 37 minutes. The Bulls just didn't. They didn't do enough, man, and that's what it is. This was a game where I said it in the pre-recorded video today. This was not a game where you wanted to try to get into a scoring matchup with the Indiana Pacers. You did not want to try to just outscore them. You had to come in and play defense. And the Bulls just overall didn't play good enough defense in this game with a defensive rating of 116. The Indiana Pacers, the second worst defensive team in the league, had a 102 defensive rating. Keep in mind, with defensive rating, the lower number is the better number. 102 defensive rating. If the Indiana Pacers played and had a defensive rating like that for a whole season, they'd be one of the best defenses in NBA history. So, unfortunately, the Bulls just didn't execute well enough. We didn't play well enough. We didn't have a good enough game plan. We couldn't overcome the size. Again, I know a lot of people are going to blame it just on us playing Terry Taylor instead of Adama Sanogo or Julian Phillips. It was a lot more than that. Like, I'm not saying that didn't hurt the Bulls. I'm not saying that couldn't help the Bulls in some areas, but it was really a lot more than that when you look at it. And it's just unfortunate, man. The Bulls just didn't execute well enough to win this game. That's what it comes down to. And when we needed players to hit big shots, we couldn't get it going. We couldn't get it going. And I know some people, and I said this was going to happen. I predicted this. When Kobe goes on a slump, everybody's going to, like, people saying, comparing it to Linsanity is crazy to me. Crazy to me, because Kobe White's still doing way more other things out there. But, man, it's just right now with where the Bulls are, you just wanted to see a better performance against this, especially against a team like the Indiana Pacers that have struggled on the defensive side of the ball all season long. But the Bulls just didn't have enough to get it done, man. And it's unfortunate to see. It's unfortunate to say. I really don't want to be sitting here talking about my team that's been playing with heart. Just say that they just did not have enough to get it done, but that's just what it is. The Indiana Pacers came in with a better game plan. They executed better. They shot the ball better. They hit the big shots better. They gained momentum better. And all those things were true. During that run where the Bulls briefly took a 3-point lead after being down 21, I had some hope, as all Bulls fans should. That was an exciting stretch and run that the Chicago Bulls went on to. And during that time, I will give the Bulls credit. They were making defensive plays. They were getting turnovers, forcing them to miss shots, getting out in transition. We just couldn't get enough offense consistently to take advantage of times like that. And that was a big issue for the Chicago Bulls team as well. When our defense was stepping up for us, we couldn't really turn that into points and opportunities for the team, and it hurt us. When you look at the fourth quarter of the game, the Bulls had a defensive rating of 138. Listen to what I said on that. 138. The higher number is the worst number. 130, that would put the Bulls at a historically bad defense, one of the worst of all time, if that was how they played throughout a whole season. And then in the third quarter of the game, the Chicago Bulls had historically what would have been one of the best defensive ratings at 86. And it's just the lack of consistency from this Bulls team, man. This was a tough loss, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a loss that was frustrating because the game was right there at times. And had the Bulls came in here with a better defensive game plan, and I know that's easy to just say, like, hey, yeah, just play defense better. But it really seemed like Billy Donovan didn't try anything different out there. We saw that Terry Taylor was not working for the Chicago Bulls in the first half, and you didn't try anything different. Adama Sanogo got 1 minute in this game, and that was in garbage time when it was all over. We needed some size, and while Adama Sanogo is only 6'9", not the traditional center size, he has that 7'5" wingspan. He can block shots. He can get rebounds. Something to try something different. The Indiana Pacers tried something different in this game, right? And so it's just once again, like, and Billy Donovan, I don't want to shit on Billy Donovan too much because listen, Billy Donovan is coached over the stretch really, really well, but he does not adjust well. And this was another game where we saw where Billy Donovan just could not adjust. Now, one could say we don't have the roster to do too much adjustments, and okay with that, I'll give you that. But you let Teefs go off on you. Buddy Hield going 5 of 10 from 3-point lane, having a plus minus of plus 22 is ridiculous, man. But it was more than just that. Like, the Indiana Pacers just weathered the storm much better than what the Chicago Bulls did at any point in time in this game. And the Bulls this was a game where the Bulls didn't deserve to win. That's really what it comes down to. The Bulls didn't play well enough. They didn't execute well enough to deserve to win this game. And that's just what it comes down to. It's unfortunate. It sucks. But yeah, that's where we are right now in the season for the Bulls, man. Tough loss. They get a couple of days off before they face the Phoenix Suns, the Philadelphia 76ers is who we face next. We got them on a home and home to end the year. But man, this is just tough to see. This was tough to see this team perform in this manner, man. And they should have been able to play so much better in this game. The Pacers have played such bad defense throughout most of the season, and just your inability to take advantage of it was ridiculous, man. So many things that they could, the math problem that presented itself in this game, the size problem that presented itself in this game, the lack of adjustments that we didn't do well as a team, all that stuff puts us in a position to just doom. And it sucks. It's a tough loss. And we'll see how the Bulls can rebound against the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's go ahead and get into the comments. Skiz says, tough loss, but all I can say that makes me happy is back it up, Terry. Back it up, Terry. You telling Dale and Terry to back it up? Hey, that's crazy. Up 93-90 with possession, proceed to get blocked, give up 3, to give up another 3, then another 3, and then and 1 in all span of 1 minute. Yeah, the Bulls, it was a 4-minute stretch. It was a little over 8 minutes left where the Bulls went on the run. They eventually take the lead, and then it all comes crashing down. Real quick, real fucking quick. That's what it happened to with the Chicago Bulls. Life can come at you fast. I don't know what Billy Donovan's problem is, but Jesus Christ, the fact that Julian Phillips has fallen out the rotation is really damn shame. Well, let's be clear. When he was in the rotation, he was only getting 6 minutes. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy. Wicked Lifestyle Business says, what's going on, man? The Bulls lost. That's what's going on. We got Beans, the comedian, says, this pissed me off so bad. Yeah, this is one of those loss, man. Yeah, it sucks. It just sucks to see the Bulls play and perform in this manner, man. Omar's in the building. Says literally every game that people score 20, we lose. That's not well. If you're talking about this season, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. But listen, P will play really good, man. Although I appreciate the heart and comeback from this team, it's clear the Bulls will never achieve under Billy Donovan. He'll take out the hot man offensively and the hot man getting stops defensive. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but at this point, you got to give players rest at times. And we aren't a very deep team at all right now. You got to kind of get them spots where you can, but it was more than just riding the hot hand in this one. Like we only had the hot hand for a little while. So, it is what it is there. Glad to see the future core, White, IOP, Dub, and DT play together. I mean, hey, I guess you're going to pull out a silver lining in it. That's not a bad one to pull out from it, brother. Bathor Payne in the building says this should show people what we mean when we said Vooch is super important. Drummond can be amazing in spurts, but he doesn't contribute anything outside of D and rebounds. I mean, he can contribute some offense, especially in pick and roll, but this was not the team to do that against. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Australians are free says Billy is rubbish. The players get them back in the lead, even go up 3 after being down 25. So Billy made changes. I mean, that sucks. That dude came in the game, dropped 2 back-to-back threes, got a dime to close the game. His ass was playing 2K on us, but couldn't at least get a bronze medal during the World Tournament. That's a bar. That's a bar. That's a funny one. Billy Donovan, gum chewer extraordinaire with an extraordinary gum chewing performance tonight. Num num num. Joseph, that's actually pretty funny there, brother. Shay's in the building says, why was Andre Drummond in the game during the fourth quarter at 6 minutes, especially when we had the lead? I guess you meant why wasn't? Listen, you ask questions like that of Billy Donovan, and you're gonna get stupid answers because Billy Donovan don't got the answers. He don't got the answers, man. After that 1-3 from Halliburton, just completely punched into my TV, but it didn't break. I have no clue how this can happen. I'm really pissed off about that loss. Let's get this W on Saturday. Hey, listen, a win against the Philadelphia 76ers would feel good. I'm not going to lie to you, especially after a loss like this, man. It sucks. It sucks. Like it's nothing, no way around it. This loss sucks, man. And it was on a couple of different things, man. We definitely need Kobe to get back in rhythm, though. Definitely need Kobe White to get back in rhythm because he's so important to the Chicago Bulls being successful, man. But hey, yeah. I mean, listen, I really do appreciate that we fought back, that we showed some heart. We couldn't get it done though, man. Like think about had the Bulls been able to hold on to that lead when they got that lead, be completely different. I just don't understand why Sanogo could not play before Terry Taylor. Makes no damn sense. No, it makes some sense when you look at it from the standpoint of Billy Donovan. This is a game that the Bulls are trying to win. Adama Sanogo, a undrafted rookie. And you had Terry Taylor down there who's giving you some good minutes and has killed you before. But at the end of the day, like when you just see that that's not working, you got to try to mix some things up. Book Ray Louie says, yeah, I'm kind of blue about Billy. Why change the momentum? Debo was garbage tonight. Could have left him out. And why not put Sanogo in? Well, no, you're going to leave Debo in because guess what? Even no matter how up and down DeMar DeRozan plays, when you need a bucket, chances are he's going to be the one to get you one, especially when Kobe isn't shooting the ball well. And it wasn't a terrible game from DeMar. Maybe if you're talking about defensively, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great either, right? I'm not saying like it was some great game and performance from DeMar DeRozan because it was not. But yeah, it's tough, man. 20 assists with no turnovers hasn't happened in 7 years since Chris Paul did it. This game came down to Halliburton taking over in the last 6 minutes. I mean, it definitely changed the momentum. Definitely changed the momentum for the Indiana Pacers, man. Dalen Terry, the only positive plus minus on the team with plus 29. Hey, listen, Dalen Terry gave us some really good minutes today. And this goes to show why you want to give young players minutes because listen, Dalen Terry has been increased since we've had to rely on Dalen Terry, and he's been getting these double digits. He's steadily been improving. His shot still isn't falling nearly at the rate that we wanted to, but you're seeing him starting to understand how to kind of pick his spots, how to get out in transition, when to score, when to try to take people off the dribble. And that's not something you've always been able to say about Dalen Terry. So again, it shows why You need to give young players minutes if they're going to be part of your future. I'm not saying that Dalen Terry, Adama Sanogo, or any of those players should be playing 25, 30 minutes a game, but you should be finding a way to work them into your rotation regularly, because then when you need to rely on them, they're in a much better place and position. And so the Bulls not doing that is definitely going to continue to hurt the team, man. It's going to continue to hurt our present and our future. But hopefully at some point it changes, man. But this tough loss, man. Tough loss. What happened to all the people that said start drumming over Vooch? Yeah, that was always crazy. That was always crazy, bro. 4 kids. First 4 bids. Okay, that's better. I thought your name said 4 kids. I was about to say, Giddy, get the fuck up out of here. Kobe gonna come back hard on the threes. I mean, listen, first of all, come back hard is wild. But outside of that, like, I just want Kobe to be effective. It's not even just from 3-point shooting. That's why on today's episode, I talked about how Kobe White's affecting the game without just outside of just the 3-point shooting, because he's still out there doing really good things. But we need Kobe scoring well. We definitely need him scoring well. Archangel in the building says we're playing with close to $100 million worth of injured players not on the floor. That's a tough hurdle. That is a great point. That's a great point. Shit, $21 million with Lonzo, $40 million with Zach LaVine. What did Vooch get this year? What is it? 18 million. That's a lot of money. A lot of money on the bench. A lot of money on the bench. Donkey teeth, Buddy Hill. That's very accurate. That's very accurate. A horse is a horse, is course of course, unless it's Buddy Hield. Haize, what's good, fam? Have to admit, was a frustrating loss. I ain't gonna lie, we need some size. Plus, Indiana just shot well. Ain't tripping. On to the next. Much love. I mean, yeah, you listen. You don't want to harp on this. The team, you lost the game. You lost the game. You got your ass kicked at home, but you got another one coming up. How you're going to perform in that one is hugely important. You get a day off, come back Saturday, and let's hope that we can take care of business. But don't overlook the fact that the Philadelphia 76ers is going to be out for blood since we beat them. Going to be out for blood. 4 Bid says this is a great loss. Dalen Terry have arrived. No, Dalen Terry hasn't arrived. Come on, bro. We got to pump the brakes on that. That's hyperbolic if I've ever seen it. Has arrived? Dalen Terry hasn't arrived. He's just gotten in a car. He's still driving. He hasn't arrived yet. And P will went effing crazy. Kobe will shoot 1,000 threes before the Philly game. He will be back. This is probably one of the worst 3-point shooting stretches of Kobe White's career, man. Then Enriquez in the building says P will still fire. Hey, listen. Listen, if you're on fire, if you're burning down there are pills that will help that. Lord, I was on a flight to LA from San Francisco Bay Area, and of course we dropped this game. LOL, seems like forever since we had hit 500. Free Phillips and Sanogo. That's funny. That's funny. Haize, we couldn't stop Tyrese and we couldn't hit a 3. Should have been obvious we need to play Drummond in the fourth quarter. We could have used some buckets in the paint and his interior defense. Well, the interior defense is going to help stop them from getting hot at 3. But I think that, when it comes down to it, it's this. You got to try something different. And at the end of the day, like, I look at it like this. The Bulls needed some offense going. They were getting stops regardless. Even without Drummond on there, they were getting stops. They couldn't score the ball to save their lives. So that is something that played a part into that as well. We also have to hold accountable for Acme not getting enough size with this roster, especially during this time injuries are piling up. Well, I mean, listen, the Bulls don't have the flexibility to really just add to the roster now that injuries. But yeah, I mean, you want some size on your team, and we're 3 years in a row now of coming into the season knowing that a major injury to one of our centers is just something we don't really have the depth to overcome that. Don't accept anything in a win you wouldn't accept in a loss. Billy's coaching woes are so extravagant in a loss. That's funny. Bulls fan for life says, you think we can trade Zach for Buddy Hield, Bruce Brown, and protect it first? Pacers get a second star beside Tyrese, and Bulls get some draft compensation. Somebody floated that earlier, and apparently the Indiana Pacers aren't interested in Zach LaVine at all, unless that's changed. But I don't think that it has. That Kobe deep 3 to hit that the lead was on fire. Oh, for sure. Especially that being his first 3 after going 0 for 16 in the last 3 games up until that point. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Do you think Kobe will get back to being him? We're so close. It wasn't for Tyrese Halliburton. Do you think the Bulls are too good to be true now? I think they're 9-5 now. Yeah, 9-5. They fall now. Without Zach LaVine. I mean, Kobe. I here's the thing. I think Kobe's still going to be effective. Now that run that he was going on was ridiculous. He was shooting the ball over 50% from three. That's just not usually sustainable. But I would, I hope that Kobe White's going to get back as close to that as possible. So in Seaway's world said, like Archangel said, we got to be positive that we aren't even hanging with these teams without Vooch, Craig, Zach. I think the importance of Vooch is really highlighted today. We had limited offense. I completely agree with you. And that's why when people just completely crap on Vooch, is like, oh, yeah, start Drummond. He's the better center. It's like, you got to chill out on that one. You got to chill out. Julie says, I'm out. Hey, go get some rest there, brother. Go get some rest. Will the 76ers have Joel Embiid? Has he been out? If he's been out, I haven't known about it. Let me go see. Let's go see what they say on their page. I don't have my glasses on. I can't really see as well. I gotta fake it till I make it though. Oh, he was out. He's out for. He was out for. He's already been ruled out for tomorrow's game. So they could be resting him tomorrow because of back to back. They also play us on Saturday. So I wouldn't be surprised if he plays. But hey, we'll see what happens with that. VO Walker says Bulls won't shoot this bad Saturday. They will. That's just what the Bulls do. Mark my words. That's funny. Hell no, trading Levine to the Pacers, trade him to any other team, but not the Pacers. That would set us back in our own division. Do you see how Hallie was fucking us up today in last season too? Listen, I don't care about that. You get the best package back. If the Pacers were to offer the best package, fuck that. I don't care if they're in the division, but they're not going to. We have so much unused cap. We don't have any unused cap space. What are you talking about? We're over the cap. What are you talking about? We have. Oh, you're talking about as far as players just sitting. That's different. Yeah, that I had to think about what you meant for a second. Triple D, like I like my titties. Well, I apologize for that. I apologize. I was not thinking when I said that. It kind of just came out. But Triple D says, even though we can be back from the lead, it still shows that we need adjustments on this team. We're still missing quite a bit. Yeah, for a fact. Yeah, we're missing a center called Nikola Vucevic. We're missing a $400 million, a $40 million guy in Zach LaVine. We're missing a great role player in Torrey Craig as well. So, yeah, we're missing quite a bit. We're missing quite a bit. Oh, Haize, clarification on my end. I meant we needed to use Drummond when the Pacers sub Turner in the fourth. We couldn't hit a three, but Drummond, we could have at least gotten some second chance points. Oh, agree. I completely agree with you on that one. Completely agree with you on that one. That's crazy. Do you really think the Bulls should trade Zach LaVine too? I mean, listen, he's requested a trade. He got to get out of there. That's is what it is, man. Injury bug killing us right now. Absolutely killing us, bro. Killing us is killing us softly. Triple D, like I like my titties. Did that really come out my mouth? It's crazy. Oh my Lancer, man. I'm still drumming over Vooch. Yeah, and you're still special. I can't say the word that I wanted to see, but still very special. Hey, he's reverted back to primal mode. Triple D. It's been a big week. Hey, listen, that was funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was just my natural instinct, man. Like, I didn't even think about it. Kobe was looking out of place and very tentative out there. I love that people showed up and Terry did a decent job. I don't know why the Bulls always let teams get such large early leads, Javi. I mean, yeah, like Kobe, you can tell that the shooting slump starting to get to Kobe. You can really tell that it's starting to get to Kobe. That three-pointer probably felt like busting a week-long drought for a nut. Like it probably felt great. But then he missed what, two after that, then made another one. But listen, once Kobe gets back to being consistent, we're gonna see but you can tell he's definitely playing tentative out there. Definitely. Um, let's see. They asking Billy at the press conference about Kobe's wrist injury. Didn't know he had one. I didn't know Kobe. That actually explains a lot. And not to excuse it, but if Kobe White has a wrist injury, it would explain why his shot has been so off here lately. because that would be major. So yeah, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. My bad. My typo suck. I mean to say they win. Seems like after these type of losses, the Bulls always reel us back in and win a game like on Saturday. Hey, could be, could be. Um, I hope you were drinking. Nope, wasn't drinking at all. Wasn't drinking at all. That's just me being crazy ass Haize, bro. That's all. I can't even blame it on nothing, no one else but me being crazy. Triple D, just like I like my titties. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. That's wild. That's crazy. Phil says, I would love Zach to change his mind and submit a little to what the group is currently doing. He can still develop more on the D side. First of all, you want to see his D develop? You want to see his D develop, Philip? That's crazy, bro. Like, hey, Philip the D developer. Philip develops dick. That's crazy. That's wild. That's wild. You said it like a song stuck in your head all day. That's crazy. Sydney in the building says, I'm still proud of us for fighting when we're missing half our team. Shouldn't be too hard on the loss, right? Do you still have a lot of faith in this team, even with all the injuries and those? Like, yeah, still got faith in this team. Still got faith in this team. Yeah, that has not been wavered. They have to go on a considerable losing streak before I lose that faith. I've been noticing Kobe taping his shooting wrist and grabbing it a lot, even during his hot streak. Hadn't heard anything about it till it was just mentioned in the comments. That's crazy. I didn't know. I honestly did not know Kobe had a wrist injury. That's crazy. Pat the designer says this is the only show where dipping toes and eating sweaty stripper. Whoa, what? What is happening? What I don't mention dipping toes here. He mentions that on Locked On Bulls. Do you think they should have an intervention with Zach if they really can't trade him come New Year? Kobe Vooch, DeMar should help convince him to stay. Listen, you can't intervention a grown ass man who's getting paid millions of dollars. If he wants out, he wants out. And he's still got to be a professional, though. If there's no trade for him and he's here, he needs to play and perform. That's it. P. Will isn't entirely healthy either. He was questionable a few games ago, and I saw the trainer working on him tonight. Okay. Hey, I'm listen. At this point in the season, a lot of people are banged up. We all want to develop the D, my boy. Hey, no, listen, my D is fully developed. I got 4 kids to show for it. Yeah, listen, or they're just my pullout games week. Either way, listen, it just is. Oh, I'm tired. You know what? I'm tired. You know what? I'm tired. I took 1,000 milligram gummy. That 1,000 milligrams. That's crazy. That's crazy. It is what it is, man. Stacy mentioned during the broadcast, Kobe was dealing with a wrist injury all season. That actually makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Haize denied. No, I'm not. I'm saying on this show we don't do toe dipping. On Locked On Bulls, yeah, there's toe dipping all over the place over there. I mean, listen, we aren't the ones. The Detroit Pistons are the ones they said they wanted to dip their toe in Zach LaVine. So listen, that's not on us. I don't take responsibility for that. They wanted to dip their toe in a grown ass man. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. Talk about taking foot fetishes to the next level. Like, that's crazy. CBD. I'm a grown ass man and respectable. Who the hell's taking CBD gummies? What the fuck are we doing over here? I'm not 80. My back isn't hurting. I'm not Big Kev. Chicago Bulls Central After Dark. That's funny. Demon Time, Chicago Bulls Central. Hey, y'all got you gotta wait till Locked On Bulls starts in a little bit. It's amazing how we are either talking about the stroke game or who's pull out. Listen, man. Every once in a while, you just gotta give them a face full. Just listen. Just if they're not asking you, did you just spit on their back? You did it wrong. Like, you did it wrong. That's all I can say on that one. This is what it is. JK said 100. That is funny. The Bulls going in hard mode in the what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We've completely let's rein this back in, y'all. What are we doing here? That's crazy. That's wild. Locked on always wild. That's is that true? I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. JK said, "How you get them in 1,000? I only get them in 100 milligrams. Damn, I need some." Hey, listen, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Sydney with a follow-up question. Follow-up question. What makes you still have faith in this team? Do you think they'll continue to play well after the new year? I mean, what the way they've been playing makes me have faith in this team. That's it. It's just the way they've been playing. Has anyone in NBA history requested a trade and then changed their mind? Yes, it definitely is. It just happened with somebody last year. Then they ended up signing an extension with the team they requested a trade from. I don't remember who it was off the top of my head. But yeah, it's definitely happened before. Julio Chavez says one loss can't make you lose faith. Yet, I mean, yeah. Listen, it is what it is, man. But all right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end the stream. We'll be back over on Locked on Bulls here in a second, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. We still do have our goal of getting to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the season. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button to that. Double check that you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're following us at Bull Central Pod on every social media platform. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. Thanks to you guys. And like I like to end everything on, go Bulls. Love you guys.